All right, my friends, let's do this. It's time for episode 181 of my Sunday night Stay-At-Homebodies virtual open mic, where I post an open mic set here on YouTube every Sunday night, Pacific time, 8 o'clock. Repost it over on Facebook, at least for the time being. And then I list all my musical friends that I'm in the process of listening to. It's usually a handful or so that I'm catching up with, new videos that they put out, new albums and such. And I spend my Sunday nights. Samara and I listen to my set, and then we listen to some of the other ones. She goes to bed, I stay up, and I work out, and I listen to my musical friends. That's my Sunday night. So, that's what I do. So give me a second. Let me just get my pregame going. I'm going to light a little incense. There's some incense, and then there's the Dylan light back there. I'm going to do that, and then I'll be right back. Hang on. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Going old school today. Well, partial old school. It's a modern type of pipe. Yeah. But it's a dispensary bought local product. Here's a little bit of Dylan whiskey. Dylan's Heaven's Door Refuge, it's called. Not much of a whiskey drinker, as I always say. Not much of a drinker, period, but I gotta have a little bit of luck with me on these open mic sets, so I do a little Dylan whiskey for luck. Okay. So as you may not know or may know, I've been rehashing earlier sets that I did 3 years ago when I first started this. See, I try to do a theme every Sunday for these open mics. I pick a theme, and then I find 3 of my songs on that theme. Or more likely, I think of one of my songs, and I think, what else of my songs are in that theme? So I usually have a theme, and I just got tired of looking for new themes, so I just decided to go back 3 years ago when I started this incarnation of the virtual open mic, and I just started looking one by one from the first one going forward, and I've only skipped 1 or 2. I mostly just decide to do a take 2 on that theme. I think I might dig a little deeper and go back to the 100 that we did, 100 sets that I did as part of the Wild Goose open mic. I had themes then too, so maybe I'll re-earth a few of those as well. So this is a theme I did 3 years ago. It's called baseball songs in which baseball more or less is mentioned, and I've written one since, so you're going to get an extra. You're going to get 4 songs tonight, all on a little bit of either a baseball theme, baseball metaphor, baseball something. This little number is from 2011. It's called a doubles hitter. Doubles hitter, take 10. Before I operate, I'm gonna need a little anesthesia. Just enough to make everything a little bit easier. Kind of a lightweight, I don't need a lot, but I'm not going on till I've had my shots. So line 'em up while I catch my breath. If I don't ask for your advice, keep it to yourself. I got to focus on the work at hand, not much else. This is not as easy as it seems. The only time it's easy is in your dreams, and there isn't a minute when it isn't life or death. Alright, let's go. Time to let the show in the showbiz show. Alright, let's go. Time to put the roll in the rock and roll. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go. Maybe I'm a doubles hitter in a home run world. I'm sure as hell not in it for the girls. So why do I do it? Hell if I know. I just don't feel like, I just don't like how I feel when I don't. And every now and then I really connect. Like everything is turning into something new. In the long run, it doesn't really matter what the hell I do. But sometimes a double is just as sweet as a home run back into the cheap seats when you have no reputation to protect. Alright, let's go. It's time to let the show in the showbiz show. Alright, let's go. Time to put the roll in the rock and roll. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go. When I was young and a whole lot more ambitious, I chased down every one of my childhood wishes. Now I'm just happy to make it to the game. I still have to smile when they call my name, and I still have to smile when it's time to say, alright, go. Time to let the show in the showbiz show. Alright, let's go. Time to put the roll in the rock and roll. Alright. One more chorus. Alright, let's go. Time to let the show in the showbiz show. Alright, let's go. Time to put the roll in the rock and roll. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go. Yeah, alright, I got through it. Woo! That was a ride. There's a line in that song that says, you know, this is not as easy as it seems. That is more true of that little song right there than probably anything else I've ever written. God damn. I don't know why, but it's tricky. Lots of the same chords zigzagging back and forth, and you don't want to get them off, and lots of words and shit. This is a little more modern, 2023. Baseball looks like a beach ball when I'm in the zone. Space begins to clear, time begins to slow. I forget to think too much, I forget to think at all. The bat is in my hands and my eye is on the ball. And it's one more swing for the moon, one more chance to connect. I am the heart of the moon, I am the light the moon reflects. Big screen looks like a blank screen when I'm in the zone. Numbers turned into ghosts of the things that I used to know. I forget to care too much, I forget to care at all. The bat is in my hands and my eye is on the ball. And it's one more swing for the moon, one more chance to connect. I am the heart of the moon, I am the light the moon reflects. Ballpark feels like a theme park when I drive away. Space begins to fill, time begins to race. And pause 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I forget to think too much, I forget about the ball. Till the next time I come back and forget about it all. And it's one more swing for the moon, one more chance to connect. I am the heart of the moon, I am the light the moon reflects. Baseball looks like a beach ball when I'm in the zone. All right, kind of a Zen baseball song. I remember reading Barry Bonds, or one of the great sluggers, I forget who, saying that when he was in the zone, a major league fastball looked like someone tossing him a beach ball. And I thought, yeah. Okay, I realize something now. I see what I did. Okay, there we go. That'll make more sense. Sorry about that, folks. Okay. Now, I'm going to check one more thing here. All right. Yeah, I knew something was a little wacky there. But just by the way I closed the wrong page and I got into the different order there. I meant to do this one second, but that's okay. So far we've had doubles hitter and we've had the zone. This one mentions a softball game in the song. It's really about dreaming. We meet at a high school softball pickup game. She tags me out at second base on an unassisted double play. She says, don't worry baby, maybe I'll miss next time. I smile and stand and fall into her eyes. She takes me down to the lake to shake the dirt off. Time stands still when she takes her shirt off. We jump into the water and we swim to the other side. We lie down naked on the grass in the falling light. And I look at her like she's the one, but I wanna run faster than my legs can run. The world starts spinning, slipping away. I don't wanna leave, but I just can't stay. It's time to think about. It's time to think about. It's time to think about waking up. She says, don't let's go too far, I think we're too young. I'll lie and say I agree, just let me be the only one. And we jump back in the water and we swim back to the other side. We dress, just make it back in time to catch our ride. 3 weeks later, we are not as young as she thought. We find a place to do it and we don't get caught. And the day after graduation, we are out of sight. 20 miles out of town for the dawn's first light. Then I look at her like she's the one, but I wanna run faster than my legs can run. The world starts spinning, slipping away. I don't wanna leave, but I just can't stay. It's time to think about. It's time to think about. It's time to think about waking up. I watch her drive and my heart starts to unfold. Even the air around her seems to turn to gold. And we drive all day and we drive all night. But something I can't pin down doesn't feel quite right. Then the wind picks up and she is just a golden blur. I see a girl in the next car, looks just like her. She starts to pull away and she turns and gives me that smile. But the space between us might as well be 1,000 miles. Then I reach for her like she's the one, and I wanna run faster than my legs can run. The world starts spinning, slipping away. I don't wanna leave, but I just can't stay. It's time to think about. It's time to think about. It's time to think about waking up. It's time to think about. Time to think about. It's time to think about waking up. up. Or if you prefer the vernacular, waking up. All right, now we're going over there to D here. This one's a little more recent, 2022. This is kind of a funny song. Just give me a second here. I saw a video clip of a guy fall over several rows of chairs in a stadium of some kind, and never dropped his beer. He held it up at the end, even though it was foaming over the edges. But in order to do that, he had to just take some nasty hits from the benches, and I just exaggerated that story into a song about a guy who does something like that. I only made it to the game an hour late. My seats were on the edge of outer space. I was catching up in beers to second place, when a home run from the kid came sailing towards my face. Thought this ball was mine to catch, and so with beer in hand I reached out nice and slow, but not slow enough to keep me going over the wall, down into the lower deck below. They caught it from 100 different phones. The fall that nearly broke all of my bones. How I held on to that beer, I'll never know. I landed hard and held it high, but I should have let it go. I sacrificed my body for the bottle, which never sacrificed a thing for me. It got me on the cover of Full Throttle, but when I can walk, I'm switching back to weed. At first I was amazed to be alive, then at how much pain I could survive. I had some time to replay that last dive, and to think about the kind of days that led me to that night. The bottle was the key. Without it there would never have been, without it there would have been no need for all those crazy words and crazy deeds. So when I can walk, I'm switching back to weed. Sacrifice my body for the bottle, but at least this time it made me a few bucks. It got me photo ops with supermodels, but I knew I was running out of love. We'll give you weird ideas, But beer will make you want to test them out. Weed will make you want to fight tomorrow. Beer will make you want to fight right now. Sacrifice my body for the bottle. I held it just as tight as it held me. Famous is a whole lot less than awful. But when I can walk, I'm switching back to weed. I sacrifice my body for the bottle, which never sacrificed a thing for me. Got me on the cover of Full Throttle, but when I can walk, I'm switching back to weed. There you have it. That one's called Switch Hitter. See what I did there? Yeah. That is a fun one. And you know, I made up in this song, which I wrote back in 23 there, I just made up an imaginary magazine in my head called Full Throttle. Got me on the cover of Full Throttle. Honestly, I really needed I needed a rhyme for bottle, and that sounded great. And then come to pass, a year or so later, I think I saw there's at least an online magazine called Full Throttle. So, I was a little psychic there. I just made it up, but it's a good idea. So not surprising that somebody else had it. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Here I go elsewhere. So that was 4 songs about baseball. We had Doubles Hitter, we had The Zone, we had Waking Up, and we had Switch Hitter. All those songs, as well as almost all my other songs, except for the very old and very new, are up on GeneBurnett.com. Go to GeneBurnett.com, go to the musical recordings page. Every album has a player, and every song on every player has a little arrow, and you can just click it and download the song. There's a donation link over there. There's a donation link below this video in the description. If you want to give me a tip and help me stay in the black and just help me move this little tiny creative enterprise forward, I would most appreciate it. My main goal is just to make a little bit more than I spend on music. That's all. If you want to do that, you can, but all the stuff's free. You can take all the songs from 42, soon to be 43, or is it 41, soon to be 42? I don't know. Over 40 albums, all free over there at GeneBurnett.com. I do this every Sunday. I post a video here, 8 o'clock, repost it over on Facebook, also around 8 o'clock Pacific time. And then on Facebook, I list all the friends and people that I'm in the process of catching up with musically. If Facebook keeps acting wonky, I may switch that to just posting those songs right here under this video. But for the time being, I'm chained to a cinder block, and I'm going to just try to ride this one out and see if Facebook will get its shit together. So anyway, Sunday night Facebook. You may see the posts in funny orders. That's all. I just want them to appear in chronological order. That's all I want. But they post them in weird orders, and every new post of mine automatically goes to the top. It's a whole thing. But anyway, it's 8 o'clock Sunday nights is the main thing. I post it here, post it there, and shut up. Okay, so take good care of yourself. Breathe deep, and I hope I see you soon at another one of these virtual deals, or even better, a real one. Okay, later.